You can't make it through life by yourself. 2001, I am now the commander of all the SEALs on the West Coast, referred to as the Commodore. And I'm going out for a routine parachute jump. And the idea was we took one of these C-130s from the local airfield. We come up to 13,000 feet. At 13,000 feet, the ramp comes down. You have what we call a square parachute on your back. You jump out of the back of the airplane. You fall from 13,000 feet down to about 5,500 feet. You wave off. You reach in. You pull your ripcord. A pilot chute comes out of the back of the parachute, and it pulls out the main parachute. You got a big canopy overhead, and you glide beautifully down to earth. Well, this particular day, we go up to 13,000 feet. The ramp comes down. It is a Chamber of Commerce day, not a cloud in the sky. And a couple guys go out before me, and Jump Master gives me the call, and I go out, and you kind of jump out with your hands out like this. Your feet are behind. I'm falling from 13,000 feet. I'm looking good. I'm nice and stable. I look around. There's a couple guys off to my left over here, about 2 guys off to my left, and there's this one guy off to my right. I'm kind of watching him. I'm paying attention to him. All of a sudden, this guy's underneath me, and I look at my altimeter, and it's too late. He pulls his parachute, and in relative terms, I'm moving at 120 miles an hour, and he stopped. And I come at 120 miles an hour, and I hit his parachute, and it knocks me out, and I'm dazed from it, not knowing what happened. What I should have done is gotten stable again and then pulled my ripcord, but I don't know what has happened. It's kind of like getting hit by an airbag, I'm assuming. So I'm kind of spinning out of control, falling towards the earth, and the first instinct is reach and pull your ripcord. Well, I reach for my ripcord. I pull it, but because I'm in a downward attitude spinning, the pilot chute comes out and it wraps around one leg. The risers, another part of the parachute, comes out and it wraps around another leg. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this doesn't look too good. Well, the good news is the parachute opened. The bad news is when a parachute opens, it blossoms. One leg went one way, one leg went the other way, and it snapped me in two. Broke my pelvis by 5 inches, fractured my back, ripped all the muscles out of my stomach and my legs, and I landed about 2 miles from the drop zone. And then a lesson I had learned in basic SEAL training came back to me. It was a lesson in the little rubber boat. About I don't care whether you are the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, the smartest SEAL, you can't paddle that boat by yourself. And now all of a sudden, here I was, the Commodore, the most kind of important SEAL on the West Coast, and now I'm laid up. I'm in the hospital for weeks. I'm in a wheelchair for a month. My wife, Georgianne, has got to give me the shots to keep me from clotting. My colleagues have got to come by to make sure that my morale is up. The admiral that worked for me was able to make sure I stayed in the Navy. And you realize very quickly that life is about friends and colleagues and the goodwill of strangers. You can't make it through life by yourself. You will need all of these people to help you get through life. It was a great lesson that I had learned in SEAL training, but it came back in spades on that fateful day in 2001.